Hey guys, this is Rick, and I wanted to do another update video to my apartment fan setup. This is another one I've since swapped out since I did a pretty major tour a couple months ago. But this actually was a light fixture before. I had one of those like 50s, 60s era drum lights on that mini box right there. And I guess originally I actually had put that there to put a fan and ended up nixing it just because I couldn't get something that was quiet there. It seems like it's one of those spots that no matter what you hang, it's going to be kind of noisy. It just vibrates through the beam. But then I thought, well, I mean, I could try something that hangs on like a rubber grommet rather than either a flush mount or ball socket or something like that, which those have generally all been pretty noisy. Then I thought, well, I've got this new in-box view fan industrial, which hangs on a like the double claw with a 2 rubber bushing kind of mounting, and hung this up, and to my surprise it is absolutely silent, no hum whatsoever. And the other really peculiar thing about this specific one is that if you know these kind of view fans, the later 80s into the 90s stamp spinner ones, they almost always are very noisy, either just because of the hum or because of more than likely the bearings. These always have bearing issues. This one seems to be a little bit of an anomaly due to the fact that I can't detect any bearing noise coming from it at all. I guess it's just one of those ones that they got the alignment just right. The bearings happen to be, pick of the litter, and it just was everything just kind of worked out on it. So blades are balanced perfectly. But yeah, this one was new in box. We think it came from Builder's Square, which definitely checks. It also has the rolled edge blades, which is kind of a nice touch. Some of the later ones I think were just like, it'll be like that on both sides, but yeah, this one's got the rolled edge, so that's nice. And this one's from, I believe, 1987, and I added the light kit. Obviously these weren't unipacked with any sort of light. It's just a generic smaller fitter with a kind of grandma glass type schoolhouse on there. And it's interesting to see one of these things with a more proportional globe, because you often saw these things installed with the oversized globe, like something that would go on a 52-inch fan, because that's usually what Kmart and Builder's Square and those kind of places would have sold alongside of it. But I had a smaller one and figured I'd put that on. It actually looks a lot more proportional. So, but yeah, it's obviously in perfect shape, just fresh out of the box. And this is a non-reversible motor since it's the industrial. This one would be the V36N. I assume the N just means non-reversible, but that also seems to mean that it's the 3-blade setup. So, all right, and I will turn on the light first. It's got a LED filament in there. And there's low. And yeah, this is it's kind of my new like entryway fan right there. I had just had a light before, but it's actually kind of nice having a fan, given that if you have like wet shoes or anything like that, it'll help dry things out. I did have a 30-inch, or maybe 29-inch or 30-inch Encon Princess here for a while too. That one was also a good runner. I forgot to make a video of that one, so if I ever put that back up at some point, I'll do that. But if you want to see that one running, there is a video of that on Dan's channel back when we tested it on the test rig. So there's low speed. It's a little on the fast end, but I mean, I think it's pretty normal for a 36-inch fan. It's actually not bad. Even on low, it's already definitely, you can feel the breeze off of it. And yes, you are witnessing this too. There is no bearing noise. Very, very rare for these to not be noisy in terms of the bearings and or hum. Alright, and here is medium. It's funny because this thing actually is a significantly better performer than this. Like, I mean, this, you can feel this bouncing off the floor when it's on high. So yeah, it's getting up to medium right now. Speeds are pretty well spaced out too. Alright, and straight high. Takes quite a while to get up to this high speed. It's a pretty low torque motor. Yeah, blown away by the bearings, that's for sure. All you hear is the like metallic air whipping. Yeah, decent performer for sure. It's bouncing off the floor. Light on, running. All right, spin down. Yeah, and the blades are like perfectly balanced too. I mean, they're super duper flimsy, so it's kind of a miracle they're aligned that well. Again, I think it's just kind of a rare instance of all of the quality control just kind of happens to be on the high end for this one. Because on the poor end, you got noisy bearings, wobble, hum, you know, all the cheap fan things, but this one's pretty solid. Sometimes with the new and box ones, you end up having worse bearings just because, you know, they've been sitting for 30 plus years. But yeah, very impressed with this. Especially given that this was, you know, probably a $20 fan new. Give you kind of a context of it. Reminds me a lot of my great-grandmother's house when I was a kid. She had two white CEC Georgians in her kitchen with floral schoolhouse globes, albeit the large oversized ones, but for, you know, for 36-inch fan, but, you know, same vibe. Definitely kind of reminds me of that. It's going to take a while to spin down. I suppose I could show the box real quick, which is right here. Well, I have another one as well, but it's the same box. I think that's the one for this one. Super duper basic box. Heck of a spin down. Blades are still super shiny. one down. So, all right, thanks for watching.